Welcome to KGB Plays Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Hi, Cheap here. Welcome to Round 18 of the Round Table in Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Currently playing this map with CayaMaya, Oolykee, and Chris Brammer. Just picking up where Kaya left off. Got a few things planned for this episode. Did a little bit of time looking at some of the things that need to happen in the Republic. Just mostly clean up things, and then there's a little oil issue right here. We'll get that sorted. But the first thing that I want to deal with is something that's been just nagging at me for quite some time. This intersection just gets clogged up from time to time, and I think I've found a way to get that sorted. I'll talk about that in a second. First thing I need to do, though, is get some bypass roads going so we can... bypass roads, yes. That was hard. So we can keep our traffic flowing, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, you can come out there. That's fine. So what's going to be happening is going to be paving all of these roads because it needs to be done. If I'm not mistaken, this can come through to here. I don't know that that's connected now. Let me see if I can get rid of that little piece. That's funny that it's showing it from there, but it doesn't. It's connecting there, but it won't actually connect. Interesting. Okay, that worked so far. Oh, come on, I know you can do it. Gotta make a little more space. There we go. And then from the bus stop here is where we want to be connected through. Oh, nope, don't do that. Come out here just a little bit, please. Snap there. I want you to just come straight across here. And then snap in there. Good. Okay, so that should allow us to keep traffic flowing here. I think I have all of the nodes. Oh, I don't have the node there. I should be able to get through there. Yeah, so we're going to be paving all of these roads because this is a bus route, and I like to have the bus routes all paved, and makes things easier to keep clean too. You can restrict some of the stuff that needs to happen there. So from a paving perspective, by not doing gravel or whatever in that particular area. Anyway, I'm going to just do that in sections, and we'll come back to that in a second. Hopefully they pick up. Yeah, the work looks like they are. They're all laying out. So my idea here for the oil, you can see if I go to liquids, we've got two connections here for inputs for oil, and I can place a storage, one of these storages here, actually right here, put a pump here, and then feed both of those with oil, and then we can make use of this to drop off the oil that we need. So first things first, let's get this placed. Know how. Trying to see if this is going to be on the grid or not on the grid, but square to the grid. Looks pretty reasonable there. I think I want that. That looks centered to me, but we'll find out in a second if it is or better. And hopefully be able to do the same thing on this side. It's going to have to connect there. Okay, good. We can get them started on that. Now let's get our pipes hooked up. Right. Little underground view. Well, kind of doing this a little bit backwards, but that's fine. Can work. And we need an underground. I've said this before. I've started using these underground pipes, and I really like them. And maybe I should come above ground to put the underground one in so that I'm making sure I'm getting myself square to where I want to be. Square to our grid stuff. Okay, good. Underground pipe. There's the output. Let's see if we can do this a little bit better. That's fine. It's all underground. And it connected. Now, the next one is this one. It's doing a little bit of funkiness. Should be fine. That should also be fine. Ooh, that, however, is not fine. Whoops. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hill there. And I think what I need to do is drop down one level, maybe two. I think one will be fine. We'll start there. It's going to stay dropped down one. Or it should, at any rate. And let's see if we can get that to hook in. And almost. So close. I see. Starting to go uphill, so it's not staying underground at that point. Let me see if I can bring this out and drop it down from there. Connect it up. Better. There we go. Good. All right, let's commit to that and get all this built. Well, they've started on the roads already. Cool. Let's go make sure that the gang's working here, and they are. 2 dumpers. Who's on their way? Give me a paver, please. This one. Here comes the paver. Good. Other trucks coming as well. Now, the other plan for this is to actually build another road down this way and across. The rail that we're building right now is non-existent, and there really isn't much need to have workers in here. So at this point, I think I can just drop this down, and that'll give us a little bit more workforce. That'd have been easier just to. Can I even click on that? Yeah, I can. Just make it 0 to do that. Because, like I said, there's no work being done right at this point in time. I don't know if there will be any work being done, and then we can. It's still coming. It'll take them a minute to realize that they're not, their services are not needed. So yeah, I'd want to build a bypass because there's a bus route that's going to make use of the next little project that I'm going to be doing. So first project for freeing up this intersection is getting. Whoops. what am I doing? Yeah, I want it on that side. Is getting this bus end station on the correct side of the road, because anything that goes up this way or this way, they got to cross over the highway and get to it and get in, and they're coming down this way and looping around and doing funny things. I'll show you the funny things. That's pretty specific. They're causing congestion is what's happening, and we can make that go away by building this. Actually, not just this, but building a couple of. Oh, everybody's busy now? Really? Don't mess with me. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy. And 2 pages of messages. Let me have a look at this one and then clear everything. Clear all the messages, and then I'm gonna know what's what's happening. So my excavators are all busy, are they? That's not cool. I can't believe that they're all out. The paver going out. Okay. Not gonna take them that long to get this dealt with. This road is coming along quite nicely. Well. Let me try this again. Tee it. Get it into position. I want it reasonably close to the road. Oh, here we go. The main road. I shouldn't say. I said obvious. I was going to say obviously, but it may not be obvious. I meant this road right here. Get that. We'll get that one. Okay. Just needed a little bit of help. There we go. Get that one built as well. Making good progress here. Keeping everything going. And then one of the other things that there are buses coming here now. So I thought this was not used. And it was just leeching away workers from our main bus stop. It doesn't seem to be the case. It's from our buses. Right there. Okay, that makes sense now. Interesting. Let it go. It doesn't actually show that bus's construction office is associated with it unless there's vehicles actually coming to it. So I'm glad I didn't do what I thought I was going to do. I was going to get rid of this. Let me just take a quick break for some coffee here. And get back on with the other things that need to happen. So here you can see some of the congestion that's happening. It's just holding everything up. There's people on buses longer than they need to be. People trying to trucks trying to drop off materials, taking longer than they should. And it's just just a busy intersection, and the more traffic that we can relieve from that, the quicker everything's going to flow. So now we're getting all of this stuff going. Beautiful. And the other thing that I found out that I needed was another liquids distribution. Because we distribute a lot of liquids. So try to get this reasonably lined up here. I like the intersection that it's connecting to, so that's good. And the road looks pretty straight. And we'll get that dealt with. Okay, time for a little texturing. I think this is gravel. And I may as well clean these up while I'm here. That's what Kaya was talking about in the last episode of our the round table, where we were. There we go. The one of the updates introduced all of the those funky lines in those textures, which wasn't great, especially for someone that likes to do a lot of this kind of beautification, because it was pretty much the opposite of what beautification is. All right. Now, do I dare try this? This is not a forte of mine. But let's see if I can make it happen. Actually, you know what I could do is probably from here. That might look a little bit better. And finish it off a little bit more. Okay, that works. Oh, ha! Paved. Oops, that really didn't need to be paved, but it is what it is. Let's see how we're doing here. No one's on their way. Okay, let's get buses. Working there. And I'm thinking, oh, still got the paver here, but may as well while I'm thinking about it. Oh, everyone's going on that one, so good to go. Okay, so back to this. What I can show you is the all of the lines that are related to this end station and where they go. And you can see that it goes way up here to drop off for our coal, which is cool. We need coal, but when it comes back, it has to make a left turn across traffic, come in, come out, and then make a right turn, or another left turn across traffic, and then go to pick up. If it just came in here, stopped, and then carried on, it doesn't have to cross over any traffic, so it's just back and forth, back and forth. So that's prime candidate number one for this the new end station. This one is for our food, and this one basically does the same thing, even though, although it's a little bit more, there's still, getting through this intersection, getting across that intersection, coming back and doing the same thing by paving this road. And I will put in an end station here once this section's done. They'll just be running back and forth right through here. They won't even have to bother with this intersection. So that takes care of that one. This prison line, this is an interesting one, because what I'd like it to do is come, drop off, hit the end station, and then go back. Or once we get this new road in, go back, which it will do. But in my tests, when I tried to assign the new end station, it actually wouldn't let me. You can see it says not suitable as a stop in the route plan. Now, it's probably because it's prison buses, and maybe at one point in time we could do that, but today we can't. So to get this one cleaned up, it's just going to end up being a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No end station involved in it. So whether we decide to do manual line spacing, it's actually not supported. It'll just be a back and forth, back and forth. And our iron guy, same thing. So the iron's going way up to the left, delivering way, 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 way down there. On its way back, it has to come through town, get across, do the whole cutting over, come to the bus, blah, blah, blah. putting the end station here, it's still going to cross over, but it's taking pressure off of here and this, which is going to shorten its trip and just make things clean, help clean this intersection up and make the line a little bit cleaner. So it'll just be up to the end station that I'm going to place here, and then down, back, boom, 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 back and forth. Okay, rambling. Now this is, what are we loading here? Truck aggregate loading. Where is that? What is that? Coal. So that's taking coal down to our heating plant here. So, that one's probably a reasonable candidate to stay here. Just because there's not a lot of crossover between them. So that said, this one may stay, may not stay. I'm not 100% sure at this point, but again, doing that could help out. And again, this one is going up here to deliver to our Justice for All bus stop, which is, on the way back, crossing over traffic, left turns, all that kind of stuff. So if we have that one looping through here on its way back, it's going to take pressure off of this and just should make things much cleaner at this major intersection. So that's a good thing. And looks like we have some rolling going on. No one's on their way here. So who do we need here? Let's get you going there, and then hopefully that's going to get the other rollers we need. Oh, we got dumpers. Hopefully there's a roller in the mix there. This road is now done. Sweet. Okay. Let's get rid of that one because we don't need that bypass anymore. And get our end station going. Okay. Can't build because of infrastructure. Oh, what's the infrastructure in the way? Oh, there's the footpath. Okay. I don't know, do I build this here instead? Excuse me. It's a little further away. It's closer for the iron guys. A little further away than I really would like for the other. In fact, where I would really like it to be is on this side of the road, but that's just not going to work due to the power issue that we have here. I mean, I could put it here, but then we're getting into that whole... Well, that's actually maybe a better option. Because it doesn't, we don't have the issue of the buses having to make left-hand turns. I think I'm going to put it there. Oh. Ha! Getting carried away. At least our excavators are busy. Still busy. Holy cow. Okay, that works. Cool. Good. Now, I just want to make sure that we've got... pavers coming. Paver. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see about starting from the other end here. That's going to be a little painful just because of all of these little segments. But the price of progress, is that what we're saying? How are we doing up here? Well, we've got 2 stations dealt with. Oh, just the one. We're getting there on this one. Just need some mechanical components, which we have now. Cool. And the people in there working right now. Shouldn't take too long for this one. And all our pipes should be rocking and rolling. 25 minutes in, I've learned a lesson that OBS has a timer, which was told to me quite some time ago, but I was insistent on trying to use other timers, and it's really not necessary when whatever you're using to do your recording with is timing it for you. So I can just peek over and have a look and know that I'm 26 minutes and 22 seconds into this recording. So you won't have to listen to me whine about the fact that I forgot to bring or start my timer. Anyway, that's a thing. So our gravel reserves are quite good now. This was definitely the right call, making the switch over to all of those. Oh, and I just remembered. Sorry for all the flipping around here on you. Something I noticed here was a fuel issue. I don't know that there's fuel anywhere in here, and I'm quite sure you can't store fuel in our parking lots. So, it's probably a pretty good idea to put a refueling station in. I don't think we need a very big one. Four spots, probably too big. 3 of them, no, I don't want the drive-through. Extra small, 2 spots, that should be more than enough. Question is, where would your gas station in your local hamlet be? Don't know. This looks weird, like it's not connected road-wise. Don't think you're gonna want to live next door to a gas station. Sorry, I'm just struggling with where I think we should put this. And this is probably, if I get this right there, it's probably not a bad spot for it. Not a bad spot for it at all. Just need to get rid of. I don't know that I'd even need to get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. And who's our Tunguska gang? Can't quite get there yet. I'm not sure if your auto searching or not. I know I changed a few of those things around. We have more than enough. Good to get, I think we have 2 ships at this point. Be good to have, we have 3, so this is our 4th one, so that'll go onto the western. And then we can keep an eye on it to see where that's at for keeping our container inventory down and stuff shipping out. I was watching these for a while, and these guys weren't working very much, and I was thinking they weren't working at all. But really what it's missing is all of these resources. So we may have to come back at some point to check that out, see what's going on with that. Why do we have... What are you doing? You're going home is what you're doing. That's a pain. Look at the traffic jam that was created. That is something. That's as good as some of the stuff you see at Oolykee's border crossing. There we go. They're working out. And yeah, that should be good. So, just waiting for a little bit of construction to finish up. Okay, they're done there. Let's get our next section of road dealt with. I think I can go all the way to there with that. And remove this little temporary one. And plan out the road from here. Across there, and from this node, I think we can come straight down. Zip it back just a little bit. I'd like to make that as nice a turn as we can. Back toward pavement. Yeah, that works quite well. I'm going to hold off on signing that just because I'd like to get this done. And this piece is just the nice to have for one of the routes. Excuse me, it's coffee time. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was wondering if maybe this was a better idea. Oh, there's a little section of road left there that we don't need and don't want. Wondering if that's better there, like that. Let me try this again. Versus adding another see if I can game the system. Fewer intersections, the fewer the better. And not much traffic coming from this side, so I think that'll be fine. Cool. Good stuff. How are we looking up here? Okay, we've got mechanisms getting materials or getting buildings built. And we're making pretty good progress on our pipelines, I believe. Yeah, all the materials are there. Plus, everyone's jumping in on the construction party we're having. Okay, first one's done. Excellent. Good. Vehicles on their way. Cool. So, I do have a plan for new industry here. Is anyone working on this? Yes, they are. Good. How about this one? No. Oh, nobody in range. That's interesting. I kind of doubt that. Oh. I just assumed that that would get picked up automatically. Assumptions, yes. The bane of my existence. Out of sign too. That's going to be necessary. Who's on their way? Tell me it's not just buses, please. Dumpers, good. And it looks like there's only one. Oh, dropping off a whole ton of. I was going to say shit ton, but I second guessed myself. I don't know why I did that. Because it is 42 tons of steel. Yeah, this is the one that we had to go a little bit underground to keep it not visible. So, yeah, good word. Good use of words there. Vocabulary is strong in this one. Okay. Let's get a little. I'm wondering now. Change it up a little bit. I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. But it'll make it stand out. Oh, I can put this on here. Nice. It's always good. It's nice to have that because you can come in and see fuel, bitumen, and then the other side, we know what each one of these are just by looking. I mean, you could click and have a peek and see what the name is, but it's nice having that, I think. Useful tool. Would really be nice to finish this one off. There's not much more that needs to be delivered. Some people and an excavator. Okay. Cool. Just coming up to the end of the year. So the industry that I'm considering doing, and I think I'm going to do, Kaya was talking about having just a lot of extra crops. And I don't think I'm going to use that much in the way of crops, but I mean, we're basically full here. 10,000, basically full here. And those are our big storages that end up feeding here to do our meat and alcohol and food production. And if we're not using it all, then the other industry is the whole fabric and clothing world, which I think is the last thing that we don't have, that we're not producing on our own. Kai's taking care of the rest of that in this area, obviously. The rest of the materials that we weren't producing on our own. So that's cool. But having the, one fabric factory and then 2 clothing factories up in this area, maybe, I'm not sure. I haven't decided exactly. I haven't planned any of that out, but it's going to be straight off of here. And with a small expansion to Upper Znotov, probably 3 more buildings-ish, somewhere in there, 3 or 4, we can quite easily supply people from this bus stop to fabric factory and 2 clothing factories, and then we're pretty much out of the import game. I shouldn't say that because I'm not 100% sure that is in fact consumption. So industry. I don't know why we would be importing. Did I click on the wrong thing? This year. Consumption, not importing. Sorry. This is where I go to see the imports. So electronics, we should be basically stopped. Electronics, close. There's the next one. Power is an interesting one. I don't know why we're importing power. We're producing more than enough. electronic components, that should be gone. Plastics. Um, Coal, unless that was a safety net. That was quite a while ago. Gravel, again, I don't know why. I know there was gravel supply issues at one point. So, yeah. So basically the last thing that we aren't producing right now is clothes. So I think that's a pretty reasonable industry to set up, and it's not particularly intense or super complicated to do. You just, three factories, a bus stop, some power, and then you got to figure out how to get crops there, which I don't think is going to be a big deal. Just a bunch of big trucks, and then we'll have that set up. So looks like we're good to go here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just oil, please. Oh. Okay. Store this item. That's not cool. Anyway, I don't think that's the end of the world. Fuel and bitumen. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's set up some delivery. We have 4 wagons. I think we need 2 more because when I was doing my investigations here, 2 of these had a little bit of fuel left in them. 2 of them had a little bit of bitumen left in them. So they won't be able to haul fuel anywhere. I think part of that has to do with the fact that we set this to 100. So when it falls below 100, it sends a train out and says, okay, here you go, topped off. Now, if we change this to be, short A, so what's the capacity here? 156. You can see they didn't, so we'd have to be less than 300. And I'm not sure that you can even see that through there. So I'm talking myself out of trying to change the percentages because if I'm not mistaken, through the unloading and the pump, they can't see what these quantities are other than it's short on something. So the percentages don't, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm more than willing to hear that I'm wrong. Let this run. Lost my train of thought. I don't think the percentages are going to help us in this case in terms of clearing these out. So the simplest thing to do at this point then is to, first of all, want to buy another electric locomotive. ET21s, PWE 21s. Let's try ET21. We'll get, I'm going to grab 2 more. Why they have that on there. And then what I want to do, the other thing I want to do is the cargo wagon and get, actually, I just don't want to have the other, those 2 new two new tankers that I'm going to buy get used for something that I don't want them to. So this has more than enough oil in it. So I'm going to add another stop here, and we will be loading oil. And then at my dance, unload oil. And I will buy, not discard, I will buy cargo wagons. 2 more of those. And that should, all things considered, set us up for oil. So now we should have a steady supply of oil for these, which is cool. And I think this guy, once he's done, I can send him to our road vehicle depot, which is going to take me a moment or two to find. And we're up at to 45 minutes right now, so I think it's right there. So you can go here. Thank you. Oh, I should have checked. Right, I should have checked the line so that I can send them all. Oh, they're not on a line. They're just straight back and forth. Okay. But I can check the building. Oh. I didn't realize this was going through the distribution office. I just sent one of the trucks back. Okay. All I need to do is turn off that. So I'm going to cancel you going there because you can be used for something else there. And this was a plastics factory, right? Yes. So you don't need to drop off plastics factory anymore. Because our plastics and chemicals are all dealt with by our forklift. Sorry. If you couldn't tell, my brain was working overtime there. Okay. And the other one we're dropping oil off for is the chemical plant. And there you are there. I don't think any of these other materials, crops, and the rest of that, I don't think that's being picked up anywhere else. In fact, I could just turn this off. It's good. Don't want to shut this off because I'm not sure about gravel and the other deliveries of wood and crops. Although I think, and I'm wrong, so I'm going to leave that one. Okay. That should be oil. And what are you dropping off? Fuel? Okay. Drop off? Yeah, you must have just dropped off oil. Nope. Or it all got used. Yeah. See, they're loading up. I can't tell. It doesn't look like it. No, he's definitely not. But I should be able to see if anyone's on the way. Someone is. Oh, two of them. Okay, that's good. And I was going to stay up to date with these messages. And I didn't. That's fine. I can wait. Traffic jam. They're moving now. That's good. Yeah, you're doing a lot of complaining. Okay. All right. Okay, last thing. Sip of coffee, second last thing. Let's get, excuse me, a couple of oil tanks. We'll go with capacity. These are my faves. 2 of them. And I'm going to make sure, yes, this is my fuel. So I want you to get fuel from there. And deliver it to here. This isn't quite built yet, so that will happen. I'm sure it will. Get that started. And at a minimum, I want to switch over on. There's this other piece of road here that needs to go away as well. Have you guys finished this already? Wow, that's awesome. Those all dealt with. Okay. All right. What's the last thing that I wanted to do? Wanted to do the rerouting of at least one of those. Let's make sure we have. Yeah. No. Right here. Looks like they should be on their way, and I'm guessing that's these guys right here. Cool. So switch this up a little bit. You can stop there and don't stop there. You can see how right turn, come out, right turn, down, in, pick up, out, boom, done. Just no crossing over here, just straight through, no left turns. I think it just makes a whole bunch of sense to have that dealt with there, like that. So, should help out here a little bit, for sure. And next episode, we'll hopefully get this finished up. The rest of the paving get dealt with, and yeah, that's the plan. Don't have any oil here. Who's on their way? Sorry, I keep finding one more thing. There's too many squirrels. Okay, he's on his way here now. And you're on your way here as well. There's one there. It's funny that it would send 2 instead of 1 train with 2 tanks, but it is what it is. I just want to make sure this gets there okay. Everything's happy. Happy-ish, anyway. And we should see oil going in here. Yes. Okay. Cool. And then as soon as these buildings fill up, if they fill up, okay, yeah, they're filling. They'll keep taking from there until, oh yeah, we need 40 tons in there. Might end up being a full-time job. Anyway, we're 54 minutes in, a little bit longer than I planned on, but that's fine. We got a bunch of stuff accomplished. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one, and I want to thank you for taking the time to out of your day to watch my video. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.